This is awesome.
Good.
I hope I've tried. Have you tried yours?
No,
Do so.
I'm about to.
I might give you a minute to do more eating, and then we'll start.
Interestingly, I can't see my video.
Where?
Um, which I just wish I could. It'd be nice. Maybe there's a way.
Oh, hit escape. Hit escape on your computer.
Now it's just not full screen. Oh, hold on. Okay, I got it. I've solved my problems.
Great. Um, cool. Okay, I think I'll go live, and why not?
Great.
Let's see if this works. And I'm hoping that soon I'm going to see in the Twitch stream portion that it's kicked over, and it's okay. It's showing us. This is great. I'm gonna have you speak just because we had some audio issues
Cool.
last time, and see if I can make sure I can hear it.
I'm saying things you'll never believe it. Now I'm telling the truth. I'm finished with lies. You'll never believe me now. I should have my head examined. You'll see.
Okay, that totally worked. So the chat can the stream can hear you as well as I can hear you, which is really fabulous, actually. Um, I'm sure we're gonna have latency problems, but that's just gonna happen. Wait, are you talking?
Nope.
Okay, great. Because your
Should
video.
I look at the chat in Twitch or not? Because it's hard for me to, but I can if you insist.
Nah, I've got a screen open that lets me see it.
Good.
Every once in a while, your video kind of kicks out, but your audio
Okay.
has never kicked out in the test of this, so I think we're just gonna roll forward. Okay,
Cool.
so here's another stream of us doing interesting things with BeeWare and Hera. As a refresher, Hera is an app, a desktop app for running Jupyter notebooks without having to set up an entire Jupyter Notebook server yourself. The goal is that it's this self-contained app that can open Jupyter Notebooks, and that's pretty neat. If we take a look inside, do I still have the... Oh no, I may have accidentally gotten rid of the notebooks that we had for testing because I wanted to commit the code that we had worked on last time. Wah wah. Let me see if I put those somewhere useful.
Yeah. Can
Uh,
does locate work on your computer? Locate space quote star dot nb. What is the suffix?
locate space. uh, locate what now?
What's the file extension for these guys?
Oh, dot. I think it's
INB?
dot Jupyter dash notebook.
What?
Oh no, IPyNB. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Okay, locate quote star dot ipynb.
I hope I didn't just get rid of those because that would be silly. Oh no. Okay. It's there. We go. It's in
Great.
notebooks. I have some tests, which is great. Um, Apparently, I have even more than I realized, which is potentially good. It probably came with a lot of test ones, yeah, in the packages that we've installed, and that's kind of wild that it just kind of like, look at all these things. Cool. I don't have the, yeah, okay, cool. So I have the sample one here. This is great, actually. This is totally reasonable. Okay, awesome. So, but let's make sure that the app actually starts. Which, because I'm not used to new briefcase quite yet, it should just be briefcase run Hera? No.
Just briefcase run.
Uh-oh. Am I in the right spot? Nope. Let's try being in the right spot. Let's try typing correctly, too. Okay, we're starting the app. This is a good sign.
Is a good sign.
Yeah, solid sign. Okay. Oh, hey, look, and now it's like, hi, here's a file dialog. Would you like to uh, open a notebook? And I totally would, and I'm going to open the base running code notebook and see what happens.
Did it start last time?
Yeah, we got it starting last time, and I think this is expected, well, depending on how long this runs, this is expected because, like, it takes a little bit of time to kind of load the server in the background for the app. Although this is
I
longer
don't
than I
know.
expected. Yeah.
I think that what we got to last time was that like, the built-in web browser wasn't navigating to the notebook for some reason.
Totally possible. I wonder if we have again hit a like weird phantom Hera like we did last time. That would be kind of wild.
Yeah, let's see.
Okay, no, it quit. Okay, that's a good sign.
What a
Woo.
relief.
Uh,
Okay, so I think we need to get into why we're not seeing it start. Oh, you could try launching the app from like Finder, by the way.
well, we did see it start um, last time and load a notebook. We did get that far at the end of last time. Um,
Okay.
so what?
Try launching the app from Finder then. Do open space dot.
Open space. Eh? Oh,
Yeah.
right.
No quotes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And now Mac
Oh no, Mac
OS.
OS. Right. Hera. Oh, that's. Oh, wait. We might still have the weird Hera X thing. I think I fixed that. Let me double check.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot
Uh,
about that.
yeah. Okay. Cool. We did fix the weird Hera X thing. Okay, so we should be seeing that this should be the actual Hera app, and it should be happy with the universe theoretically. Okay, we've gotten this far. That's a positive sign that the app is starting.
The date modified is too old. Can you do briefcase build instead?
The date modified is exactly correct. It's been a couple weeks since we did this, man.
Yeah, but I want briefcase to rebuild it.
Okay, that's total. That's much more great.
In fact, when we do briefcase run, it won't update the code inside the app. Maybe that's what we really should do: briefcase update and then briefcase run.
And now do briefcase run.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's try it. See what happens. Okay. We've it's good that we're getting to the same place every time, more or less. I like consistency, and we're consistently not opening the app, which is confusing because we definitely got that running last time.
There's also briefcase dev. The difference is that briefcase dev uses the Python interpreter from your virtual env, but briefcase run uses the Python interpreter from Python from the built-in stuff. You should probably do briefcase dev. It probably works in dev. And if you don't understand the difference, then let's talk about it.
I do understand the difference. The briefcase dev is like running the code in kind of local Python mode, not necessarily doing the full app build and run. Um,
Exactly.
right. Oh, I thought I got rid of the zombie for a new follower. Apparently I didn't. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so this is working, right? So the local version is running with local Python, but there's no version that. Sorry, that's not true. When we try to run it in the app version, it is like, haha, nope. And what's interesting is there is a type error here that might be part of the reason.
Oh gosh. Yeah, what's up with that? That's Objective C.
In callbacks, event log, this CF socket callback makes me think that it has something to do with how I'm opening the connection to the Jupyter server that's running in the background, but
Yeah.
I'm not positive of that. And I don't 100% remember us getting this last time, but that means nothing.
Just keep in mind there's a decent chance that it's not about that and that it's internal to how Toga, the GUI toolkit, is interacting with is connecting to macOS widgets.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. I just also like
Um,
proving that this thing actually does work in the background. Like,
okay,
look, I
good.
changed the variable, and hey, look, it worked. That's pretty great. Um,
So, do you want to do the thing that you wanted to do, or do you want to do a different thing? By which I mean, I think that we should soon figure out how to debug the fact that the app package version doesn't work.
Yeah, I think that, the thing that we're trying to do, if you're watching or listening to the stream and you're curious, is we're trying to get to the point where we can install things like NumPy and SciPy into Hera. We don't want to necessarily ship the package with those because the package is kind of big enough as it stands. But we do want those to be installable by a user of Hera. Um, so I think that before we reach that goal, we should kind of get to parity with when I built this app 2 or 3 years ago, which is making it runnable as a standalone Mac app with modern briefcase. So I basically am agreeing with you, Asheesh, that we should let ourselves get distracted by making the standalone app work before diving into um, doing the install of NumPy and SciPy.
Okay. Um, so then let's. Wow, how loud is the other call, Philip?
It's a I can hear it, but like whatever. We're not
Okay,
a
cool.
professional operation.
Okay,
If
great.
it's more like
The
do the
sad
people
thing
on
is
the
that
other
now I'm
call
live
care about
streaming
being
somebody who doesn't want to be
heard?
live streamed. One sec. Let me see what I can do about this.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll be here and pondering. Um, Kokugara84 asks in the chat, are we working on porting CPython to Android or something else? The BeeWare project as a whole is trying to get Android running on, basically trying to make it possible to run native apps in written in Python on a whole range of devices, including Windows, Mac OS, Linux, iOS, and Android. Asheesh is one of the people on the project who's really pushing on the Android support and has done a lot of great work there in the past few months. The project as a whole kind of has two major categories. It's got a bunch of libraries that get Python running on these OSs and on these devices, and then it's got a kind of packaging and GUI toolkit layer, which are kind of separate, but work very well together. And that's mostly what we're poking at right now and trying to get this app work is the packaging and GUI toolkit layer. With the packaging package in the BeeWare world is called Briefcase. And really what Briefcase is doing is wrapping Python code that I've written for an app in a shell of in this case, a Mac app. But the thing about Briefcase and the BeeWare project as a whole is that that shell should be able to be Android flavored or iOS flavored or Windows flavored. Like in a perfect world, it's kind of agnostic from the Python developer's point of view to what platform it's running on. We're not there yet, but we're getting there. Cool.
So I think I remember the answer.
I love that. What's the answer?
I think that the problem was that we didn't weren't listing Jupyter in the right place for Briefcase to download it as a dependency into the bundled Python in the app. And
Oh yeah,
that place is pyproject.toml.
cool.
And we should add it there and then run briefcase update -d for dependencies, I think.
Cool. Well, let's go look at that. So last time we spent way too much time, and well, I do have this. Do I need it somewhere else?
No, it's probably good. Try doing briefcase update to -d for dependencies. Unless it's -r for requirements. I never
I think it's
remember.
dash R. Why not do both?
Okay.
I'm assuming it'll yell at me if one of those is wrong, but it looks like those are right. Um, yeah. So the last time that we got together,
The
uh,
fact that it's downloading it does make me think that we
yeah,
didn't do this before, and that's awesome.
yeah, that's really interesting actually. So what's happening is Briefcase is installing all these things, kinda sorta into a local directory, and then it's going to kind of wrap that local directory in the scaffolding of a Mac OS app. Yeah, look at all that it is installing. It's a fair bit. Cool. And that's also part of why the packaged um, Jupyter app is, sorry, the packaged Terra app is a little large, just because it's including all of the base Jupyter packages as well as like a full C1 interpreter just kind of in there because we don't want to be dependent on local Pythons based on the operating system. And so it means the package is very big. There is some work going on in the CPython core dev team right now that Russell is talking to some people about, what would it mean to have a minimum viable Python so that we could maybe only ship what's necessary for a particular BeeWare app, but that's definitely, at least a year down the road. Okay, so the application is updated. You're going to suggest that I do briefcase run again, aren't you?
Yep,
And this command is running the built local app, correct?
that's right. That's how I understand it.
Cool.
Also,
What?
interestingly, the icon changed. I think because the default icon has changed. One,
Oh,
two,
ho, ho.
three.
There we
Yeah.
go. Okay, great. Okay. So now what we have done is updated Hera to the point where we could take that app that we just generated, put it on a website, someone on a Mac could download it, and they would need effectively nothing else to run this Jupyter notebook. They would be like, great, job done, which is where we want to be. Um, to practice good hygiene, I am going to. I guess we haven't actually changed anything. We just need to rebuild. So there's no git commit, so there is no good git hygiene to practice really. Cool. So
That's
that
sort of right. We could practice good documentation hygiene and explain what happened in the README.
okay. Sure. I'm fine with that. Let's see if this README is very old, which is fine. Maybe I'll add a section for like developer notes.
Yeah. I guess the main thing is if you, hmm, the funny thing is that, anyway, I guess like if you change pyproject.toml, you have to run briefcase update dash something or other.
Yep, I added that note.
And I think it's probably dash R, not dash D. I think D, oh no, maybe it is D. Can you run briefcase update dash H on the terminal and then we'll find
Yeah.
out.
Assuming I misspell briefcase a lot,
I see
for
that.
the record. Yeah, D. Although, actually, you probably want to run both. Honestly,
I guess, yeah, I guess that's true
I
because the
think,
PyProject toml controls the icon.
yeah, I think it's true that you basically want to do like, you want to do the, yeah. If you've updated the project.toml, make sure you've run the whole thing because you want it. Okay, cool.
Does it accept combined arguments like that?
Let's find out. I bet it might.
Yes, I suspect it does. I think it's a better than half chance, but who knows?
Updating dependencies. Yeah, okay. It at least did the
Great.
dependency step, which I
I
will
guess we'll
I'll
see if
leave.
it prints out resources later.
Yeah,
Also, I now see why it doesn't do this by default because like yawn.
right. This would take a while. I don't really want to stop it. It gives us more time to, chat about various things.
Man, if I wanted to tell you about the kombucha I'm drinking,
Oh, wait, is it the
but
same kombucha from yesterday when we were together?
it is. It's the Sun Blossom by House that I
Yeah, I
got in
mean,
a
it was
growler.
really good.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's like it's a very like I think it tastes kind of like honey, just only half as sweet as honey.
mm,
Like it's kind of flowery, but it's not like hops. It's not intense. It's not very sour. It's only mildly fizzy.
yeah.
Sun Blossom.
Okay, I'll also answer another question from, I think he said to say, spell his name 94 in the chat. Familiar with Pyrun from Aegis? No, I'm sure it's interesting. Uh, we definitely look at other ways of running Python apps on other platforms. Like we've talked to the Kiwi folks, and we've looked at some of the like Rust in Python stuff, and we're definitely talking to the people who are trying to do WASM in Python. We think there's a lot of promise there. None of them are kind of like a one-to-one mapping with what we're trying to accomplish with BeeWare, but like, great, it's cool that there's lots of people working on this. Cool. Oh, hey, and speaking of which, Freakboy3742 just joined the chat,
Hi,
aka
Russell.
the Dear Doctor, Dr. Russell Keith McGee. Cool. Okay, so we now know that Hera is able to be compiled to a standalone app. We've run that standalone app now, an hour, 2.5 hours into from when we originally started, including the last time, trying to get to our original task of adding package installation into Hera. We can now actually begin doing that, which is exciting. Um, where would you suggest we start with this? And
I
this,
would suggest that we start by discussing the theory.
yeah, cool.
And actually, we've got a Jupyter notebook on the left, so we can explore the theory. This only take a couple minutes, but basically, I want to propose a solution and make sure it fits the need. The solution is um, you're gonna have maybe on first launch of Hera, you're gonna have a button that shows up that when you click it, installs stuff that Hera knows you'll need. Actually, here's a question, Philip. Do you want it to be static or do you want the user to choose what they install?
I think the first pass as a proof of concept should be static because I think if we can
Great.
get that bit running, then it's not as difficult to figure out the choose your own adventure version.
Great.
And
So
I
in that
hear what you're
case, we don't
saying
even
about
need the button. We can do it on launch. Uh,
well, so let me suggest an alternate.
okay.
Which we had talked about once upon a time, which is instead of a button on launch, I still like the idea of like, you know, a user action is what installs the thing because you are like potentially making you're taking up more space on the user system, potentially a lot of that space. What if there were a drop down menu item that was just like, you know, uh, file install dependencies or something like that?
Yeah, I think that's a totally sensible like way to demo it. I'm not sure if the user experience I would recommend, but it's fine. Let's do it that way. So we'll have a menu item, and when you click it, it installs some stuff. Maybe by default, it'll install just one library because
I
we'll
think
want
that's a
a proof of concept. And then, so it'll do two things. I propose that it will um, use pip to download from PyPI a wheel or maybe a source distribution, whatever pip installs, uh, into a particular, it'll use pip installs directory mode to pick a directory to write the output files into. And then we will have carefully rigged up sys.path in Python to include that directory. And so future imports will just happen to work.
yeah. I think that sounds correct. I think
I want
yeah.
to start by doing it with a pure Python package, and then if we have, then we can try with a compiled Python package.
Cool. What pure Python package should we attempt to do this with just as a test? Like, I don't think I want to start with NumPy or SciPy. Let's start with something a little easier on ourselves.
Yeah. Oh wait, and okay, I don't know what's a good package. Everyone uses requests, but it's too cliche. Can
I
we
was
go to
gonna suggest
PyPI?
requests hilariously.
What?
I was gonna suggest requests
Yeah,
hilariously.
too cliche. Come on.
Okay, all
Let's
right,
go to PyPI,
fine.
invest a few seconds into this.
Okay, I'll let me
Um,
drag over a browser window
great.
and see if we can get some browser goodness. And we're gonna go to pypi.org.
Whoa, does that
Uh,
work? Wow.
yeah.
I was
Did you
only
not know about this one?
pypi.python.org.
No, they own
Um,
the
browse
pypi.org domain.
projects.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. What are we just gonna go like most? Oh, let's do Python 3 compatible projects, of course.
I hope so.
Can we order by trending? Ooh, this is
Oh
fun.
gosh. Oh gosh. Hilarious.
Uh, Python library sample data files. I don't know what trending means in this criteria, but that's fine. Let's do.
Um,
How can we filter this down? That's interesting that they have all of these programming language
I
options
know.
on
Pretty funny.
PyPI.
Can you search for MIDI?
MIDI?
Yeah.
I can.
Great.
It's definitely a thing I can do. I'm not sure, potentially why, but
Okay, how about MIDO, whatever that is,
oh,
in the
uh,
middle? MIDI objects
I
for
feel
Python.
like these are gonna use
Let's read
thing.
this. Let's skim the source though to make sure. But what about MIDO? MIDO. Oh, or a simple MIDI file parser. I
Yeah,
like MIDI.
this thing.
I swear on your screen a second ago there was a thing called MIDO, and I like the
Okay,
look of
I'll
it.
I'll search for it. MIDO. MIDI objects for Python.
Great. Really don't know what that is, and it'll be
Neither do
great.
I.
Oh, MIDI to guitar tabs. That's interesting. Go back, do that one.
This thing. Oh no, wait. It was a
Uh,
previous one. MIDI to guitar
previous.
tabs. I feel like I'm not
Tayuyu. Yes.
Tayuya. But are we
Okay.
sure that it only? Oh, this is actually kind of neat. Yeah,
Yeah.
this would actually be kind of fun to see output in a Jupyter notebook, especially since like they're
Yeah.
definitely using
Okay.
IPython here. Okay,
So
cool.
now we need to skim the source code to indulge me to make sure that it seems to be pure Python.
Yeah, that seems fine.
Homepage, maybe. It's probably GitHub.
Home pages. Yeah, the home page is GitHub.
Great.
Great. I feel confident that this is. Yep, this is just some Python.
Great. Great.
And it's pretty straightforward. Pip install Tayuya. Great. Uh,
Great.
this seems fine. It's interesting that he's doing the MIDI parsing purely in Python. That's pretty wild. What is he calling into any other libraries?
That's a good question. It calls us Mido and Music 21. say Music 21, that thing, whatever that is, looks like it's going to be in C. So maybe
Yeah,
we lose.
I think that's
Can you?
true. Hold on a second. Let me see if I might have some packages. I mean, this is very vain, but I might just yeah, I do have one Python package that I know is pure Python.
What the heck is that?
It manages your GitHub
Oh,
labels.
okay. Yeah,
Uh,
we can do that one.
I'll
It's
double
fine.
check that. Oh, wait, that's interesting. That hold on a second. Okay, this is for sure pure
Aw,
Python.
that's fun.
Yeah, this is 100% pure Python. But let me check the requirements to make sure there's nothing that could possibly be.
Term
Uh,
color, whatever, E19
yeah,
editable,
I
that's
think this is
doomed.
fine. I think this is going to be entirely Python.
Really? But E19, whatever?
I mean, we can find out. Source. Well, we should look at the actual like setup.py to see what it really truly requires.
Sure.
Requirements
Let's,
parser, term color, setup tools, requests, toml.
yeah, maybe that's fine. Whatever, we can just go with
Let's
it.
try it.
Actually,
Again,
can you tell me what human friendly is?
human friend. It's I don't know.
Because that might also be a good candidate if you're okay with simplifying a little.
I bet that's not simple.
Oh,
I bet it's more complex. And there's it doesn't link to the source directly.
but this
Uh,
seems good. We can use this to human friendlyify some numbers. I like this a lot,
okay,
so
great.
long as we check that it's pure Python, which I expect it to be.
I don't know where it's hosted, so I don't know if I can.
Click on build passing.
Ugh. I just want to point out that
Oh,
what were you expecting that to be? Because this is
I
exactly what
don't.
I was expecting
hmm.
it to be.
Well, but this thing might tell us the GitHub. Now click on the GitHub icon, the Octocat.
Uh, is that gonna? Okay,
Yeah,
man. People need to update their PyProject Atomos more to actually link to all these things, which the
I
PyPI
guess
does
they do.
supports.
More
Um,
likely, everything should just be auto-detected. Um,
Setup.py.
yeah,
What
I
does it
think this is going to be
require?
pure Python, but you can check by looking at the human-friendly directory. Oh yeah, or this.
Or Python 2.7, Win32. Man, looking at a setup.py now makes me very happy about PyProject.toml. I'm going to be honest with you.
Right. Yep, yep.
Capture and colored logs. I mean, how far down do you want to go down the tree? Should we just like accept this is fine?
Let's cross our fingers and hope this one's fine.
Great. So human friendly is the thing that we're going to try to install into Hera. Now what?
Order of business is, first of all, let's make the menu item and make it do nothing, and then rebuild the app and make sure the menu item appears. Then um, let's have the menu item call like pip install. Let's test on your laptop the right parameters for pip install to get it to do what we want. And then let's make that be the callback of the menu item.
Is test the pip install on my laptop. Ugh. Uh, then do that with the menu item. One thing that does occur to me is that like, why do we believe that we have access to pip inside this app?
Yeah, that's a great question because we don't.
Right.
Um,
That's where I ran into this wall last time. Is I started even
yeah,
talking to people about like, hey, how can I programmatically install a Python package? And maybe things have improved in the past 3 years, but the answer at that time was like either A, it's really really hard, or B, abandon all hope ye who enter here.
Wait,
Um,
or C, shell out to pip. And so that's
okay,
why
but
I'm saying exec pip.
well, but do we
Maybe
do?
before all this, let's find out to what extent we have pip in our app. So maybe move that higher up. Just
Great.
like experiment with the absence or presence of pip inside the app.
I think one way of doing that would be checking the bin of the site packages inside the app and see
Yeah,
what's there.
Yeah, that's a good
Cool.
answer. I was going to say in our app, because it is a Python interpreter, we can try importing things. Like we can try importing in SurePip.
Sure, but then okay, so it's gonna be, let's see, it's gonna be dot slash
Mac.
macos
Yeah, I would do
hera
find pipe macOS grep stuff.
hera dot app contents.
Yeah, sure, this is
Is
great
it
actually.
macos or resources? Probably macos.
Don't remember, probably resources, but I don't
Okay.
know.
App
Yeah, support. Support is where the
is where
Python bundle goes from BeeWare. App is your source code. App packages use your dependencies.
bin. Okay, here's we go. Here's what we actually have within the support for that package, which doesn't give
Yes.
a ton.
So the next
So
question I have, there's no pip command, but if
right.
you're
By the
lucky,
way, so one call out that I'm seeing from Russell in the chat. By design, pip doesn't have an API you'll need to shell out, but you can pip install pip with a target that is listed as a sources folder.
you can pip install what? You can pip install pip. What? What did you
You can
say?
pip install pip with a target that is listed as a sources folder. So if we basically,
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
But we don't seem to have pip is
We don't have the
interesting.
pip binary. Do we have the pip module? I almost definitely think we don't, but can you just check support slash lib?
Nope. Well, I guess go into Python
Python
3.7.
3.7.
Yeah. Uh,
Uh,
I
we
don't.
should, if I'm right, we have neither pip here nor ensure pip. And that is correct. No, we do
I.
have ensure pip. Fascinating. Take a look at ensure pip.
Uh. Oh.
Is this the actual directory? Hard to
Inside that
say.
directory is either PyCache or either Dunder
Check both.
PyCache
I
or
don't know.
underbundled.
Check both. I don't know.
I think.
But it's probably absent because
Yeah,
I
there's
think that
nothing in.
Russell explicitly ditches ensure pip to also.
Yeah.
And like that's
Um.
fine. I just wanted to show that.
I mean, if we
And what
here's a real
about
question.
PyCache?
Oh. But here's a more interesting question. If we were to
Yeah,
include pip in the pyproject.toml packages,
yeah,
like we included Jupyter, would it show up? I feel like at least mildly confident it would.
yeah. I agree. So that's an approach that I like. So let's do that.
Cool. So I'm gonna go back into the pyproject.toml, and inside I'm gonna say it requires Jupyter and it requires pip, and we're
Yeah,
gonna now go back into here and do this briefcase update,
yeah,
and hopefully this will work.
yeah.
Collecting pip. This is promising.
It is. Male. And we're unlikely, in my opinion, to get the oh
What?
fascinating. Anyway, we'll see. Cool. Let's see.
Wait. Yeah, you said.
Okay. Once we unpack, once we've done this, I'll be quite curious to see if we actually get an executable call pip.
Oh,
I'm
sure.
mildly pessimistic about it. If we do, though, that's great. And if we don't, then we can work around it, and I know just how.
Great. We'll find out shortly.
Yeah. And we don't even have to re-execute the app because we can look in that directory again. We can look in those directories again.
Right. As soon
Um,
as it's done doing its thing. I think right now
to
it's
speed
trying to
things
do.
up, I would suggest that you use the find command, um,
Sure, I can.
which, well, I'll give you bumblings about that in a second.
Great, because I'm not very fast at it.
Find space Mac OS space
Oh, I see. Space.
dash name
Uh huh.
apostrophe. Oh, actually, you don't need quotes. Just do pip. Space dash name space pip. Yeah.
There is a bin pip.
Yeah. Okay.
That's great.
Uh,
Wait.
so then I propose that in your Jupyter Notebook UI, that I propose you launch the app and we go write a line of Jupyter Notebook code that runs pip dash dash help and we see if we get the output.
That would be pretty great. The fascinating thing here is I'm actually not that good at Jupyter. Here we go. Okay, great. Pip dash dash help.
Well, you need to execute the subprocess. So um, import
I
subprocess.
don't know if I do.
Okay, try,
Interestingly,
try,
uh, I probably
try.
do. But let's just see what. Oh, interesting, dude, that worked.
Bam.
So what's interesting about this is like now that we've done this, maybe we just go home.
Oh, hey, try pip installing or whatever thing.
Yeah, exactly. If I do pip install, what was it, human friendly?
Yeah.
Cool. Shift enter. It's thinking about it. It's thinking about it. I'm assuming that it's gonna. Okay. Hey. Wow. I'm. You may need to restart the kernel to use updated packages. Can
Try
I?
just doing import human friendly
I mean, I could
anyway.
also just click this
No,
button.
no, 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 no,
Okay,
no, no. Let's just find
fine.
out.
I mean, it did tell me I had to restart, man. I'm
It
just
only said
saying.
you may. You may not.
Oh, okay, fine. Import human friendly. I mean, it didn't.
Okay, so now go print human friendly. Friends, man.
Oh, right. It's Python 3. Even I can make that mistake sometimes. Wow. But can I use it? I mean,
Okay, so it looks to me like this worked because we had write access to our .app folder. Um, in
which
my egotistical opinion, apps shouldn't write to their own folders like this because one user might install it and a different user might execute it. Um,
okay, I mean, like, so I think that, so a couple things that I want to say here. One, I think we can call this a definition of success, but we are both
yeah,
like, hey, this is really neat that works, and also this is not where we want to stop, right? Like, it's cool that we
yeah,
got this far. It's actually freaking great in its own way, but we should not stop here.
yeah. But we can do my. So I guess like, um, yeah. I guess my question uh, do you want to do that now or do you want to make the UI stuff now?
Well, let's now that we know that pip works, and that theoretically anyone. Well, okay. Here's an interesting thing. When it does. Oh, that's super fascinating. I guess in a weird way, I expected. Okay, so the thing that I learned by doing this. Sorry, I know I'm not finishing my
Okay.
sentences. Let me finish a sentence. What I would have expected, which I find is now not true, that Jupyter keeps Jupyter notebooks kind of within their own space, that there is some sort of sandboxing between Jupyter notebooks, but I see now that that is completely untrue. And that might be by design, and that's fine, but the reason I know this is untrue is because it installed human friendly into the Hera resources. Um,
That's right. I mean, yeah, and so you could have different notebooks that depend on different versions of libraries, and the notebook itself doesn't, as far as I know, indicate that. And you'd have to use virtual env style tooling to isolate them.
right. Cool.
What this thing could do, if you want, is at great disk expense, you could open each IPyNB in its own virtual env.
That would be incredible disk expense, and I don't think that's the direction I want to go. I think the direction that
Yeah,
I want to go is closer to what we talked about originally, which is like have a button that installs some common packages into the right place, where the right
I,
place is like not
that makes
the app
sense. I
directory.
really do think that that for this app to be maximally useful, I think that I think that for this app to be maximally useful, you'll need to at least support a mode where there's isolation between IPy and Bs for dependencies.
Yeah, I think that's fine, but let's
Yeah,
burn that
yeah,
bridge when we come to it.
yeah.
Um,
Actually, while we're doing this, can you try pip installing something that does require compiled code, like
yeah.
NumPy? Probably NumPy already exists, surely.
Uh,
Um, I don't know. Does it actually check? Just try importing NumPy first.
no, it's not going to be there.
Just double check for me, please.
Okay, fine.
I mean, you're probably right, but I don't know. We installed Jupyter, so Jupyter
Module
has
not
some
found.
dependencies. Okay, cool.
So that's why the first version of Hera, that's why I knew that wasn't going to work, is because the first version of Hera deliberately didn't install any of these things, and Jupyter does not auto bundle them by design. That's not a
Cool.
mistake. That is like them deliberately saying no, you have to install these.
Cool.
However, this is going to be really interesting. Uh, I'm fascinated to see if this is going to work. I don't see why it wouldn't, which is also kind of wild. Yeah, there we go. And it's installing the wheel, which is what it should be doing.
Yeah.
The rendering of the progress bar is a little strange, but whatever.
Make your browser wider. I mean, your app wider.
That's an interesting question. What's going to happen? Great. The original starting dimensions I chose are incredibly arbitrary.
I think that it's better now, but it's a bit ambiguous.
Yeah, I agree with you.
um, yeah, and I suppose we could also try to do something where okay, so here's a question. I think
Yeah.
I know the answer, but I want to double check. If you pip install something that needs to compile stuff, is Hera's answer give up, we won't help you, or is Hera's answer that Hera will help you?
Give me an example of something that would need to be compiled.
So basically, NumPy would have needed to be compiled if the NumPy authors hadn't distributed a wheel. And there's surely like more niche scientific code that happens to have maintainers who don't know about wheels.
Sure. Uh, right. Right, like anything using, the Fortran code probably needs some sort of
Yeah,
interesting bit. I mean, I think the weird one would be like, what happens if I try to install pandas, right?
sure. I mean, it'll also have a wheel, but you can try it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Um, I I think that there's still a lot of use to be derived from in the first pass only caring about packages that are already have wheels. And like
Yeah,
if we get a bug report down the road that's like, hey, by the way, this thing doesn't support compiled packages, we're going to be like, cool, great, yep, totally true, we'll go fix that at some point.
yeah, good. I agree with you. I think that only wheels and only source distributions is a completely decent answer.
Yeah. um
I
cool.
suppose you want to import NumPy and make sure it works.
Yeah, I guess that's a thing I could do. How the heck is there a keyboard shortcut for add new insert cell below? Apparently not. Hmm.
I think there is Control Enter, no, Alt
Oh, it's
Enter.
just okay, whatever.
And then you can do, I don't know how NumPy works. np.ndarray, open paren, something. Oh, numpy.nparray, because everybody in the scientific ecosystem imports numpy as np.
I'm just gonna
Yeah,
see what's
what is this thing anyway?
that.
Wait, actually, hold on a second.
What's up?
Scroll down and try to open up a different notebook that uses numpy.
Like what?
Open up the XKCD one.
It might use other things, but yeah, we could try it. I actually don't know what's gonna happen if I try to do file open here.
Oh
Cool.
God, I have no
Nothing.
idea. That's an
Absolutely nothing.
interesting problem. Cool.
And that's fine, honestly. Like I don't. That's an interface problem to fix in the
Yep,
future, but
fine.
not
Can you
today.
use? Can you do it a different way?
I can do it this way. I can use the
Yes.
file one, which is pretty neat actually.
Great.
Uh,
Yes.
Now this should be cool.
2, 3. Good.
Not bad. Uh,
Okay. Can you rerun this first one
from IPython, I think I. Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying.
just for the fun of
Uh,
it, for my fun?
I mean, yeah, that worked.
Great. Now let's find something that uses NumPy if possible.
Like this thing.
Yeah, like
Oh, but it also
PyLab
needs
and
PyLab.
SciPy.
We'd have to install all these things.
Since we have mutable state, we used your other notebook to install those.
Okay. So I need NumPy, PyLab. All right. Cool. I'm gonna do Alt Enter here because it doesn't really matter. Pip install. I'm still amazed that this works. By the way, I don't
Yeah.
completely understand it, but that's fine.
Wait, what do you understand about it?
Well, it's like the thing about Jupyter Notebooks that is both amazing and always freaked me out a little bit is that it just like completely intermingles whether something is a shell command or a Python command.
Sure. Yes, yes.
Pip install
That's
PyLab.
just a Jupyter input feature.
Yeah,
Is that the only thing that's disturbing you?
it's the top of mind one that's disturbing to me.
Yeah, I mean it's disturbing. Don't get me wrong, but it's also it's yeah. I've had a lot
I
of fun with it too.
I think these are the three packages I need: PyLab, SciPy, and Matplotlib.
+1.
Let's see what happens. Oh, I need to do Shift Enter because uh, Jupyter things. Oh, ooh.
There you go. But maybe PyLab is oh, we could look on PyPI. PyLab could be historic and a Python 2ism that is now deprecated, in which case we need a different
Whoop.
notebook.
I don't know why that happened, but okay.
Yeah, could be worse, I guess.
PyLab. I guess do PyLab.
Oh, maybe PyLab just comes with Matplotlib and you don't need to install it.
Oh, maybe. Although there is this PyLab SDK, and I'm gonna
That's
pretend this.
even weirder.
Yeah,
There's
I'm
no
gonna.
way this is the answer.
Yeah,
Yeah, PyLab probably comes with Matplotlib.
cool. Then I'm not gonna worry about it, and I'm gonna get rid of this thing. And now we're gonna try running this again.
Yeah,
Assuming it did. Wait, come on, you. Oh, Shift Enter, not Command Enter. Ha ha.
yeah,
Oh, hey, collecting SciPy. This is good. This is a good step. We're gonna be
yeah.
here for a little bit.
30 megs.
Yeah, but remember that I'm uploading the universe via the stream at the same
Oh, yeah.
time. Hey, so earlier today, I wrote a script in Python for pulling recordings down from Twilio, and it was really pleasant to just write a little Python script. It was great. I like did directory checking and then creating the directories as I went through them. It was nice.
Cool. Twilio, not Twitch.
Yeah, I have in the past looked at the Twitch API, and it's getting better, but it's not like incredible, I would say. So who knows? Man, our bitrate keeps doing really weird things on this stream. I guess it's probably fine.
Wait, so is that was the shell command confusion the only issue? Uh, about your pip install shocks?
Let me see if I have other shocks. Uh, a little surprised that I have write access straight to the app directory. That was a little surprising to me, but not that
Yeah, it is a
surprising.
little surprising.
Um, I don't know. Should I have other shocks?
Um, no, I don't think so, but I don't really know. You know,
Cool, great. I
yeah.
guess while this is happening, I'm gonna go look and see if there's any other imports down the line that I think are gonna be hard and weird. It looks like the answer to that is no. It's just the code. That's pretty neat.
Wow, this is fun. We're gonna make an XKCD graph.
Yeah, yeah. In a Mac app, which is pretty wild, actually.
Whoa, so you could have a little Mac app that like
Spits out
simplifies
XKCD
this
graphs.
one
Yeah, yeah,
day,
yeah.
and you
Yeah,
like just you to spreadsheet to XKCD.
it's true. You totally could. So I'm doing a little bit of rearrangement so that people can see kind of everything that's happening at once. Oh, hey, a bunch of requirements are already met. That's good. We like already meeting requirements.
You
Are we
installed
done?
QB Solver.
Hey, I think we're done. Nope, still running. Oh
Oh,
wait, could
okay.
not. Here's a bunch of things. Could not build wheels. Interesting. Since package wheel is not installed.
Yeah, that's fine. You
we
don't have to build the wheels. You
that's
just have to use the wheels.
yeah, that's fine. Okay, I'm gonna come over here and I'm going to restart the kernel.
Don't restart the kernel, just run it. Don't restart. Come on, come on, come
I
on.
fine. Fine. Okay, it's running. Let's see if it
Just hit
does the
play,
thing. I mean, it's gonna take a while to run because it's like going through all this code. See,
I
there's the little
guess.
star. Okay, it spat out something. What did it spit out? Oh, no module named urllib2.
Yeah, that's a
Okay.
Python 2ism.
What's
It's
the
just
actual
called, I think it's called like, nope, I don't
urllib3?
remember. No, very funny.
I think it's just urllib
Um,
now, or just like
yeah. But I
yeah,
think that URL open also moved. I think it's like urllib.url.open or something.
yeah. What's this thing even? Oh, right. It's you're right. You're correct that it is. Um, it's different now. Into URL open Python 3. Oh, that's not useful. Maybe this thing.
urllib.request.
Oh,
Yeah, urllib.request.url open. Hit number 3.
no. Google, stop trying to be helpful.
Hit number three there. Yeah.
Cool. urllib.request.url open. That's what we need. And but I think the actual underlying object performs the same. I'm gonna pretend
I
it
think so
does.
too. Let's assume that's true and just act as though.
Yeah. urllib.request.url open corresponds to the old urllib2.url open. Great.
Great.
So we're gonna pretend that life just works that way. So this is now urllib,
urllib.request.
and this is going to be
urllib.request. You might have to import urllib.request. It depends on
why
it.
this path dotting should work.
It the truth is that it depends. So just try it.
Cool. I mean, you're the one who's like, no, don't restart the kernel, just try things. I'm like, here, okay, great. I'm just trying things.
Yeah, good.
Da, 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 da,
Is there
da,
any
da.
indication that it's running? Like I thought.
It ran as I was scrolling.
Oh,
Nope. Maybe. Hold on a second. Let's do. Hold on a second. Okay. Shift enter. Scroll back up. It. I think it finished.
maybe it just defines the functions and
That's all
says
this
it's
does is
fast.
just find the functions. Right. Right. Okay. So
Okay,
now we
great, great.
do. Now we do this thing.
Try this one.
Great. Now we do this thing. Holy crap! That worked.
Oh, crab.
That's pretty cool.
Okay.
Also, Russell would like has shout out in chat. Shout out to Toga Chart, which is a matplotlib backend implementation in Toga, which is hilarious. Wait, what's the compatibility? How many widgets does this thing support?
I recently subscribed to the Twitter account called Roof Slapping Bot.
Yeah, I know this Twitter account. You can fit so many blank in this blank.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh,
Slaps roof of Toga. How many? Look at how many widgets you can fit in this thing.
yeah, that's pretty good. But it's not even how many widgets you can fit in Toga. It's like how many implementations of the same widget you can fit in this thing.
What? I mean, also you can slap the roof of Toga and ask how many Togas can you fit in Toga.
Wait, can you? Okay, are Matplotlib things interactive? Could you run your whole Toga app in Jupyter Notebook? And if you can, here's where I really want to get into some like Gary Bernhard, the birth and death of JavaScript inception. Could we be running Hera inside of a Jupyter Notebook that was running inside of Hera?
Okay, so the main problems with that right now are that Jupyter Notebook is a web view,
Right.
so there's no Toga backend that targets web that works.
Yeah, that's a fair
If
point.
there were, then I think it would be fine.
No, no, no. But listen to what I'm saying. If Toga Chart exists, which is a Matplotlib backend implemented in Toga, then that means that I can run Toga apps in Matplotlib inside a Jupyter Notebook running inside a Toga app.
So long as the hard part is getting Jupyter, when you create the matplotlib thing, to instead of printing out HTML where your mouse cursor is, to instead paint a Mac native widget.
Yeah. Maybe. Anyways,
You
Free
could
Radical
maybe add
11.
make an HTML canvas and have the HTML canvas like spy on the Mac widget.
Free Radical 11 in the chat says, I'm lurking with this in the background while I work on my own Jupyter notebooks. Glad to know the pros have to muddle through fiddly stuff as well. I want to be very
Great.
clear. Ashish and I have a lot of Python experience. I would not consider us Jupyter notebook pros.
That's
Maybe
true.
I don't. Maybe you would consider. Okay, great. Yeah. We know things about BeeWare and we know things about Python. Jupyter Notebook is like this really cool thing that we want to be more accessible to people via Python, but we're like neither of us is a data scientist, so you probably know more
True.
about Jupyter Notebook than we do, quite honestly. Okay, cool. So we have proven that we can do all these really neat things. Now let's put them in the right place and maybe do a menu item about it.
Yeah. I've never made a menu item in Toga before.
Should we look up how?
No, because you already have one. Let's look at the code.
What? No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. Wait, does
Where?
file open just come for free because it's a document app?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. Okay.
The base
Um,
Toga document thing is really nice. That's why I rebuilt my thing as a document app because I got basically
cool.
everything I wanted
Okay.
for free.
Yeah, let's read some Toga docs and find out how to make menu items or whatever. And I know they're not called menu items. They're called like abstract menu item. Hypothetical location is up to the native backend impulse.
I'm really curious what happens when I'm to Google Toga menu item.
Yeah, me too.
View our menu from Togos. That's great. Oh, hey,
That's good.
look.
Wait, hit number two. Wow, this
Number
is really
two. Look
fun.
at that SEO. Good job, Russell. Um,
Good job. Read the docs also.
yeah, good job. Read the docs also. It was a true story. Okay. Commands, menus, and toolbars. Groups. App. File. Edit. View commands. Help. Okay. What's this
This is a
example?
command, in my opinion. Although I don't know.
Group. Okay, but how does a group? Command 1 defines a command that we place in the first section of the stuff group. It can be activated by pressing Command K. Oh, cool. So you can give it a shortcut. That's pretty neat. Um,
We don't need an icon.
no, that's fine. Uh, okay. But how do... Okay, group
There's
order
some version
equals...
of this video chat that we're doing that will eventually converge with my BeeWare Android work. And then in like, I don't know, a month or something, you'll just like do briefcase run Android and have your Jupyter art notebook on Android.
That'd be pretty great. Okay,
I'm thinking about it because I need to figure out where to render these commands.
so I'm going to say that we should
I
add
propose we copy
ourselves...
paste this identical.
Yeah,
Let's
but I...
just make a group
All
called
right, fine.
stuff.
But I wanted to put it in the file menu.
I'm not sure.
Fine.
Oh, then put it in the group dot file. Fine, fine.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying.
Okay.
Although I don't know where to get group from because this example doesn't. I'm just gonna do from Toga import group and hope that works
Yeah,
because
I don't think it will, but let's find out.
it doesn't specify in this example.
I agree with you.
Uh, cool.
Let's build this part with briefcase dev because it's faster.
Yeah, that's fine. Right. So we can check off that like, cool. We have human friendly. Great. Do we have pip? We sure do. Great. Now we're
Yeah,
gonna make a menu item.
yeah.
Okay, so I have notebook is the Toga document. That's not what I want right now.
Document app.
I want document app. What's interesting is I have this init thing, but I actually want to build, which I'm not. Okay, def build. What do I pass to build? I guess just app. That's fine.
This is a top level function. That's a bit weird to me. It's not a method. I think you should do it in init. Well, I think you should do it in init. Oh,
Yeah, this is super fascinating. My guess is these are not great docs.
I agree. Um, you could look for command in like whatever. Let's
I mean, we could just
uh,
try.
just do. Let's try it my way.
Yeah, just do it in
Um,
it.
Either in
Okay,
startup or in init, and let's do it in init because I'm lazy.
cool. Love it. I'm just gonna paste in the thing that I did there. I'm assuming this is. I'm just gonna pretend this is toga.group, and it'll tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, you
And
need to indent line 60.
we'll start with stuff. Callback. Oh, we do need a callback, which is pretty interesting.
Lambda star args colon none.
Uh,
Or lambda star args colon print open paren high.
wait.
Lambda
Lambda.
space asterisk args colon print open paren yo close paren, which is a string. Quote yo quote.
Yeah, thanks. Great. Label example command tells you when it has been activated. This is all fine. We just want to make sure it actually like the darn thing
Yeah,
runs.
yeah.
And then I have to app. Oh, this is interesting. It really wants to use app. I guess I'm gonna use self.
Self. Yep, because
Yeah.
self is an app.
Yeah. And I have to add it to the toolbar as well. That's fascinating. Russell chimes in to says tutorial 2 has a working example, so we could also look at that if this ends up failing.
Yeah, let's keep doing this just because I enjoy self-flogging. What is that called?
Self-flagellation.
Yes. No, I thought that maybe it is.
Masochism.
I don't know. Yeah, command. Do we really need to add what is it about adding the group? But we don't want the group in the first place. Oh, toolbar. What?
Yeah, it's interesting that this thing has. Oh, because you have to
Main
get you have to
window.
give command a group. Oh,
Should
main window.toolbar versus commands.toolbar. Okay, I don't think I need the
get rid
okay.
of the stuff group actually, because you want it to be in group.file anyway.
So I would do like toga.group.file.
Just delete line 58.
But I use it here, man.
Right. Yeah, you do capital group dot all caps file. And toga dot group, yeah.
Yeah. I like that we're just like stubbornly refusing to look at the tutorial that will do this for us.
I
Uh,
like that personally.
okay, fine. Do you
Um,
think I need the toolbar thing?
they use command one in app commands, and they don't use it in main window toolbar.
Great.
So
I'm just gonna
I
run
claim
this
you don't.
because if this fails, then I'm gonna make you look at the
Yeah, then we can read the actual docs. That's fine.
briefcase dev. Invalid invalid syntax is the stupidest kind of error. Oh, because there's a missing. I don't know why that's missing.
Oh, comma. Is that
Yeah.
also missing in the sample code?
Yep.
Cool.
Hey, starting dev mode. Okay, so we're getting somewhere. Can't find icons. Who? I don't. I just don't care about any of this.
Come on, we'll hit our menus. Don't waste your time opening stuff. Look at the menus.
Uh. Well,
Click file.
I'm clicking file. It's not doing anything.
Oh my god, really? That's disturbing.
Oh, because we didn't actually give it a. Oh no, we did give it a callback function because we gave it the lambda callback function.
Yeah. You're clicking
Cool.
file and it's not doing anything?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I find that very disturbing because that's rendered by macOS. Maybe we should read tutorial too.
Well, but I also wonder if it's like related to the weird zoom thing, which I guess is like possible.
I mean, are you seeing the output of the file menu or not? What about
No,
help?
I'm not seeing anything. Uh,
What about the Apple menu? Click the Apple menu.
wait, hold on a second. Can I click any of these things? Okay, I can click some of these things over here, which says to me that like yeah, for some reason the app itself is like not letting me click this thing.
No, but the Apple menu's got to be independent. So if you can't click the Apple
Uh,
menu, there's something else just preventing you from clicking.
let me make sure that I can click these things. Okay, I can click these things in iTerm, but I couldn't click them in.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, what about in this one? Can you in
Yes, totally can in here, but when I go into the dev one, oh now I can. Oh, but I couldn't with it open. Hold on a second. That that legitimately cannot be correct. Hold on a second.
Oh, is like the modalness ruining your day?
Maybe. Let's find out. Let's get this thing loading. Wow. Okay. Oh, no, there it goes. Okay, yeah, there we go. Finally, example command. Okay. I don't
Great.
know
Thank
why
God.
this wasn't happening before. Okay.
Me either.
That was truly bizarre. Now, but I clicked that thing, and then let's see if it printed yo. It did.
Yo,
Yo.
nice to see you. Okay, good.
Great. Okay, so let's actually make this, like, I don't know. We're going to call this, like, install packages or something like that.
Yeah.
Tooltip. Uh,
Are we gonna indicate progress, or are we just gonna like
how
run
would you
pip
recommend we
and
do
have them
this?
wait?
How would you recommend we indicate progress?
Is there like a progress bar widget in Toga?
Yeah,
Not that we even know how long it'll take.
yeah, I mean, like we could show a spinner. Maybe we could maybe pop a modal window that then just
Yeah.
like spins a whole bunch.
Yeah, the good way to do that, I suppose, would be to also let you be able to see the pip output. That's okay for me for version 2 feature, but popping the window seems like good to do if possible.
Let's start by actually just installing the packages.
Great. Great. So now we have to like subprocess dot whatever.
Well, yeah, we have to write a callback command, which I have to think about like where.
I would just leave it at the top of this file outside of your class. Make it a top level function called like install dependencies.
I'm fine with this. It might need to be an async function, but maybe I'm wrong.
It depends if you're willing to block the app.
I'd rather not.
Great, async def it is.
Yeah, because that's
Yeah, so then
why
we can copy paste from your existing
you'll notice this
subprocess
start
run.
Jupyter thing had to be uh, asynchronous.
Yeah, yeah, because this one Yeah. If that blocked the app, then you wouldn't have the ability to show the results. So it's very bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
so this is where we're gonna.
go copy paste your subprocess exec from your other async def.
Great. This thing.
Yeah. And then one day we'll make this not trigger a shell, but I'm not going to worry about that yet.
Yeah, I'm fine with this plan of attack.
Okay, so then pip install. Yeah. In your command, you can just do quote pip install whatever you want, numpy, matplotlib, pandas.
We have. It occurs to me we don't have a really great way of knowing if this has worked.
I mean, will we need to await the proc, and then we like when the process exits, then we'll know.
Okay. Wait. When do you mean when a process exits?
Yeah, so there's some way we have to go reread asyncio.create some process shells docs, but there's a way to await the process completing its work and exiting, and then we can go mutate some state that changes that shows the user it's done. How do you want to show the user it's done, if at all?
Yeah. Great question. I mean, ideally, we would pop a like I think the flow that I would want as a first pass is we would pop a little window that like shows the output and then closes itself as soon as the output is successful.
Cool.
Um,
So then I claim that we need to make this async def return await proc dot close or something. Basically, this async def's lifetime should be exactly it should depend on the proc finishing, and then it should like await proc. Why don't you type out awake space proc dot finish, open paren, close paren,
okay.
and then maybe you agree with me that in an async way, this thing will block until the process finishes.
Yeah, I think I am willing to agree that with that for
Now we should
sure.
read the docs to make sure to
Okay.
fix the actual code, because I bet this is wrong.
Cool. Async create subprocess shell. Oh, thank you, Google. I definitely meant for you to
Yay.
interpret this as a.
I don't think that was Google. I think that was Firefox.
Yeah, that's fair. Um, sure. Well, look at the 283. It probably hasn't changed that much.
Oh, I think it's wait.
Just look at the 37 docs. It's fine. Um, what am I looking for here? I'm looking for
Oh,
proc, right?
await proc dot communicate. That's great.
Right, which I think I did down here. Oh, I was doing read line. Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Standard error.readline because I needed the URL out of the thing.
Yeah, and in our case, you probably want to do something similar because we want to be sharing the output as it comes with the caller. So,
Uh,
so you could do like for line in self.proc.stderror.readline yield line.
here,
Yeah,
I don't think
above
that's
it,
gonna.
above it.
Well, I don't think this could work the way we want it to because this is like remember this is a callback off of a button, right? So like it currently isn't gonna go anywhere. Like
Yeah,
there's nothing
yeah,
actually
fine.
yielding to it right now.
Yeah, no one's consuming the output.
Yeah.
So do you want to make this dialogue then so that it makes more sense?
Yeah, we could do that, but then like that means that the if we do that, which I think is again fine, we have to do that kind of within the app.
Yeah, let's just test this one first.
Okay.
We need to make it not dot proc dot finish. We need to make it
Proc.communicate.
yeah, we could do communicate. That's fine because
I
then
mean
we'll throw away the
this
return value, but that's okay. We'll
this actually
consume the
seems
return
like
value later.
I should just copy this whole thing.
Yeah, actually,
You see what I'm saying? Because
I
like
do see
then
what you're
then
saying.
we'll get what we want
Yeah,
out of the universe.
yeah.
But now I need to fix some formatting. Oh no, it's actually fine. Never mind. Great.
Yeah, great.
And then down here, I
Cool.
need to attach this, which is like
Yeah.
callback. I know. This needs to be. Oh, do I have?
Install whatever it was, whatever it's called. What is it
What
called?
the hell did I call that thing? Install dependencies.
Yeah.
Callback.
And yeah, just pass the function. Don't try to call it.
Yep, that should be fine.
Yeah. And then does it work?
Well, let's go find out. Let's quit this thing. Now, oh, notebook changed. Okay,
Whoa, what?
I don't care. Briefcase dev. Starting in dev mode. This is great. You're right that I shouldn't necessarily have to open a notebook. I should be able to just go here and... Although... Oh, wait. What? Now I can't.
Yeah. Go click on your file open modal first. Just click into the modal to that. Now try your file menu.
Can't.
Okay, fine. Then open something.
Yeah.
Oh, it's probably because it's a modal. That's what being a modal means. Now it'll work.
Nope.
Oh God. Well, switch app again, then switch back, and maybe it'll work now. Also, like,
What is that? Okay, yeah. That did it. I don't know why, but it definitely did it.
yeah.
Cool. So I'm going to click this install packages thing. Hey, we got an error.
Hey, congrats. What's the type error about? It takes, yeah, just to make it take star args, star quargs, because then
Got it.
just
Oh,
star
because it's
args.
taking the event or whatever. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Okay, fine. Uh, Great.
yeah.
I still wish I understood why it like hates life about. I'm gonna quit these other copies of hair. They're not doing anything for me.
Yeah, I really, the last time and this time really make me disoriented in my lack of deep understanding of what macOS really is, apparently.
Yeah, because we still had that phantom Hera process last time that I only got rid of by like power cycling my machine. Like when
Yeah,
I tried to restart it the normal way, it was like Hera is blocking restart, shut down Hera, but I couldn't. So I had
yeah,
to actually like hold down the power button to get this thing to unbreak itself, and
yeah,
that makes me think that there's something there. There's like something we're doing inside the app running framework for briefcase that I'm concerned about. But whatever,
yeah,
that's a future problem.
yeah, for now.
Okay, so this is open. That's great. Oh, and then I'm gonna do a weird like thing to get the mode correct, and then I'm gonna
Great.
click install packages. It didn't error this time. It's theoretically
One,
doing something.
two, three, four. I had expected some printout by now.
I
We
don't
could
know.
we could try to intentionally print something at the start of the function.
Sure, just to make sure that like life is happening.
Yeah,
Yeah, I believe that. Cool. So I'm gonna quit this and try it again.
yeah. It's a bit weird.
Uh,
You can synchronously print, yeah.
yeah. I mean, I would have to be able to if the ones down below would work.
Right, right.
Like, uh,
Yeah.
the Python docs seem to believe that I can synchronously print, so I'm gonna trust
Yeah.
them.
That's a bit disturbing. I don't know what that's about, the lack of.
Why can't I now click this? What the heck?
Maybe you're
Uh,
now in the insane state.
oh no. Okay, that time I could click it. For some reason, like alt tabbing into this thing makes it uh work, and sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. I'm vaguely hoping that Russell is still watching this because now he can validate now he can validate that we're not like actually going insane.
Yes, or that we're
Uh,
all going insane together.
yeah, that's also possible. Okay. I mean, this is warning, but I don't know. Who knows? Who knows such things? Only the Oracle. Okay, so great. Install packages. Command called. Okay, cool. So now theoretically things are happening in the back end, and if they happened,
Can you PSAUX in a terminal?
you know, the last time I did that, I had to power cycle my machine as
The
a result of
PS
one of
wasn't
these.
the hard. The PS wasn't the problem. The PS was bringing
How do
difficulty.
you know?
Come on. PSAUX pipe grep pip, I guess.
For all we know, that was the problem. That like as soon as we observed it, that's what the wow, that can't be right.
Yeah, it's not because do
I'm just gonna do Python. It'll make our lives easier.
yeah, the
Yeah,
problem is that pipe is a substring. Wow, neat.
that's neat.
Um,
I could do pip if you want, but we got weird things when I did pip last time. Can I do
you
pip
should
on its?
do grep quote pip space quote. Okay, there's no pip running. Um, did we get any printouts yet?
Nope. I just realized though that we can't. That the our lovely people can't see that, so I'm gonna haul it up.
Okay, cool.
Uh, hmm.
Can we try running a different command?
Like,
Like echo, echo
wait,
hello.
wait. We have. So here's what's cool. We I see Hera, I see Notebook, I see IPy kernel launcher. That means that's the parent process, and theoretically, we should be able to see the children of that parent process, right?
Yeah, there's a way to get to ask PS for parent PIDs.
Yeah, we
Um,
did this last time.
I
I don't.
really think that it's not doesn't have any children though.
Okay, so we're gonna quit this, right?
Yeah, I'm just before we quit, like,
Oh, too late, but we can
okay,
try it again.
change the app to make it the process that we run instead of pip install numpy to be echo hello. Because I don't see why this wouldn't get executed yet.
Uh, briefcase dev. Okay. Are you gonna let me click on things this time? Yay! Oh, I got a type error again. Oh, what? Oh no, these type errors already existed. Wait, calling callback. Okay, this is from the previous time. Never mind.
Good, click your menu.
Yeah. Can't. Have to alt tab. Okay, now I
Right.
can click my menu. I don't. I really wish I knew why that was happening. It's terrifying. Okay, command called and then nothing. This makes me think that we're not actually like we're in an async context because the function itself is in an async context,
Yeah.
but we're not actually opening the subshell,
Yeah,
or
I
we're
agree.
we're echoing to a place that like is effectively a black hole.
But we're
Um,
doing the same print. Like,
well, but let me make sure that we've done the actual same thing as I was
you could try
doing.
printing proc after line 17.
I just want to make sure real quick that I'm doing the same thing that or at least closest to the same thing I was doing below, just to see if
Yeah.
there's like some weird thing that I was doing. No, command file name await proc error standard read line. Yeah, this all seems.
A totally possible possibility, in my opinion, is that the command system doesn't work with coroutines, but
I'm just gonna go look at the damn tutorial too instead of us like pretending that we
sure.
don't
I
have
guess I'm just
access to
saying
these
because it's an async
docs.
def, we might be stuck.
Yeah, yeah, but like, is it this one? Tutorial 2? These tutorials don't have numbers. Oh yeah, tutorial 2. Okay. Button handler. Okay, this is not async. And so maybe that is the
Yeah,
problem. Maybe it's not actually being called in an async context, which then I'm kind of surprised that it is getting called at all, because I didn't think you could call async defs in a non-async context, but what do I know?
yeah,
Um,
or it could be it's calling them in a way where the event loop is blocked, and that's why print works, but the proc doesn't.
Cool. So let's
Um,
try. Let's do it the blocking way, just to make sure we're not going
Great.
totally out of our minds.
Yeah,
And then
I think
what?
subprocess.call will do the job.
Import pip install. What did we say we were gonna do?
I think, yeah, I have numpy.
Cool. But I just want to test it because now I'm like paranoid.
The proc of the name error on line 16.
Yeah, we're gonna get there.
Cool.
First, I want to do import subprocess
Yeah.
subprocess dot. You think it's call?
Yeah, you've got a million options under subprocess, but call will work.
Hello. That's super interesting.
Next, you need to add a quarg shell equals true.
I don't know why I tried to solve that. Pip command event. Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to like prove to myself that
Yeah.
that was the thing for calling the command.
Yeah, notably, this isn't doing any printing. So if you want to print std error, std error, std error, whatever, you'll have to try
Yeah,
out
I mean,
there.
I have to get rid of. I'm gonna comment these lines for now.
Yeah.
Let's just see. Like, this is kind of binary, right? Like, it's either it's gonna work or it's not.
Line 15, can you just print out like print success after that?
I can indeed.
Great.
Okay, that seems fine. Let's see what happens. Do we still have Hera open? Nope. So let's. Oh, apparently, well, it thinks we do. Well, too bad. Gone now. Starting in dev mode. Okay. We'll open running code again. Da, 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 da. Let's see if it gives me the file menu. Nope. I have to Alt-Tab to get that file menu again.
Hooray.
Oh, wait. Maybe I have to Alt-Tab again. Ah, there we go. Yeah. Okay, so this whole load, interesting. The load of the whole thing blocks other input to the application, and that is wild, and maybe a thing to fix in the future, but for right now, I'm stroke
Right.
powered about it. Okay, install packages. Command called. Requirement already. Okay, requirement already satisfied. Success. Okay, so that worked.
Okay, so there's something weird going on with the event loop in our async function. Let's just leave it the way it is as a blocking subprocess call, because this isn't the fix that podcast.
Yeah, I think that's fine for now. Let's get to a point where it is running. Well, here's what I want to do actually. I want to do some things to kind of do some better checkpoints along our road to glory. Um, so I'm going to make a commit that only includes pyproject.toml and readme.py.
Cool.
What am I going to call this? I'm going to call this make pip available. Great. Okay, cool. So now I could at least build the app with pip available and start shipping that around, and like that's still a pretty good improvement over where we were, right? Like
Yeah, I mean, a funny thing about this is that it's ambiguously good if the notebooks themselves can call pip.
it's fine for my purposes, is what I'm getting at.
Cool, cool, great.
I would still like it to call pip in a menu item and do it in, the right, and like put the stuff in the right place. So maybe that's what we do. So a couple things from here. If you want to call it here, happy to call it here. I think we've had some actually pretty good success. If you want to explore either figuring out, putting the pip things in the right place, or the kind of output window, we could explore either of those, right? So like three options. Option one is like say, hey, we've had a good day. Let's just call it. Option two is try to get the non-blocking parts working. Option three is like try to figure out how to display this output in a short-lived modal. What sounds interesting to you?
My preference is to call it a day here, but I want to at least type out the next steps together.
Cool.
And some of them are next steps that we're not going to, but may or may not be for Hera. Like one of them is like you're saying, we want to find out what is the deal with, we want to find out if async functions work in general in macOS Toga commands.
Right. Okay. So we've done a bunch of things. Let me figure out some next things here. One is that like uh, async toga menu items? Question mark.
Yeah.
Cool. Uh, pip installing to the right place. And what do we mean by that? We mean
Yeah,
like
so um, a typical macOS system would be for the app to store its own, you might call this cache data, um, and to store it to like tilde slash caches slash app name, because that way the OS can throw it away. I would say caches, not library, but
oh, except that like if I'm a user and I'm working with NumPy, I would kind of expect that I always have NumPy available for all of my
right. Okay, cool,
notebooks.
great. Then cheers. Um, what else? Well, along the lines of pip installing to the right place is us being able to import from that place. Like we need to add that to sys.path. It should be a trivial one-liner, but we'll have to do it. And oh, we need to add a comma to that part of the docs.
Yeah, correct.
Um, Also, those docs are confusing in that they're not in the context of an app. So we should like probably fix them up to be inside a dunder init,
Or
unless
like
there's a reason to do it the way they're done.
yeah, I think it would also be worth like yes, we could maybe put them inside Dunder in it, but I think that like we could also look at the docs or ask Russell and be like, canonically, where is the place that we want people to do this,
Yeah,
and like
exactly,
make the
exactly,
docs
exactly,
reflect that, because
exactly.
there might be there might be really good reasons not to overload init, as it turns
Yep,
out.
yep. Um, yeah.
Okay,
Uh, and then like for our app, we think we want to make a modal dialogue to talk about progress.
cool. This is a good set of things to tackle in a future session.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So I think then we'll call it here. Does that work for you?
Cool.
Great. I'm going to stop the stream. Thank you to everybody who was watching. It was really great to have you with us and have you chime in the chat. We will probably be doing this again sometime soon-ish. We'll try to let you know ahead of time when we're going to do this, and we will keep pushing forward with Hera. I will push the version of Hera as a compiled Mac app that includes pip so that you can play around with it, and like now it'll be actually kind of interestingly useful to be able to play with Jupyter notebooks and install more or less any Python package you want that has a wheel or a source attached to it, and hopefully in the next one we'll get to a place where you can do that all through a menu item. So thanks. I've been Philip. That's been Asheesh. We'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon. Bye.
Oh no, gosh, I can't. The macOS menu bar is blocking me from getting to the menu button to stop the stream. So let's